Supple them cheeks up, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now introduced to the challenger to the title holder, Mr. Edward Parkin, 22 cheesy balls.
Come on, let's stretch their muscles. Stretch their muscles.
Mr. Popham's coach is preparing him for the stringent challenge ahead.
Come on.
The contender will attempt to get 24 cheesy balls into his mouth without chewing within a 3-minute timeline.
Is it 3 minutes? Is it still that? I thought it was just don't chew.
Oh no, just don't chew.
Make more of an effort than keeping your mouth and sunk.
Introduce you to the referee of today, Juliet.
The first world
and
record
Mr.
champion.
Edward Parkin, former...
Third, because you were the second.
Actually, I was the second. We have former champion, Juliet, and current title holder, Mr. Edward Parkin.
Yeah, and before I start, I'd like to just say thank you to the security guard at Tesco's in Lincoln, Bradley Road, for giving it.
What a great guy.
What a great guy.
Come on.
Right, the challenger is preparing.
Stretch my fingers for the stuffing of the
Come get your balls. Stuff it, mate.
cheesy balls. Tesco's cheesy balls.
Ready?
Mr. Popham is now preparing to stuff cheesy balls into his mouth. And that is 1. Contender is taking considerable effort to get this right to the side of his mouth.
When we start off, the foundations.
That looks like it was down here. Shut your jaw.
There are a number of approaches suitable for attempting this very difficult challenge. Mr. Popham seems to be going for the hamster approach. How is that?
How tasty is that though?
Huh?
How toasty is that?
They are quite tasty. I do like a
wanna
good
chew?
Tesco's cheesy ball.
Do you
I
wanna
can't because on the outside of my jail.
How many is that, Mr. Popham?
1, 2,
We lined up 20.
4, 5,
You landed.
6.
Cheese ball number 6. Going in nicely.
Yeah.
Seems to be going into the corner hole.
Do you know what
Yeah, I've got.
Corner hole. Just fucking crazy golf.
That's ball number 7. Mr. Popham seems to be struggling under strain at the moment. That's 8 balls successfully stored. That's 10. 11. Challenger is depositing these balls quite rapidly.
Well,
Come on, come on. What's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
13.
That's the taste all coming.
14.
A lot of people have said Mr. Popham can't take this challenge, but I personally think he can.
Got 15.
Let's just take a close look into Mr. Popham's mouth there. I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the smell is astonishing. Mr. Popham seems to have become incoherent in his attempts. We can only believe he must be taking some sort of alcohol substance to be putting him through this terrible pressure. That is the 17th cheesy ball that Mr. Popham has in his mouth.
I thought you kept 26 on the table.
I don't know. Former record holder Mr. Parkin is looking quite concerned at this moment. Do you think Mr. Popham can take your title?
If his mouth's big enough and the balls are the right.
Ed, how many balls are on the table?
Huh?
How many balls were there?
If he gets all of them in, it's 23 he's got on the table there.
23 balls.
24.
24 apparently.
This challenge may need to be repeated
number
as
18.
no one has
No,
managed
well,
to
you
keep track of
20
how many
you said
balls there are.
26.
That's
I don't
18.
know, I might have counted wrong.
Yeah.
That's 18 gone in there.
Mr. Popham has 18 balls in his mouth. There are going to be a lot of very, very happy men out there. Coincidentally, Mr. Popham is going to be the next gurning champion of Lincolnshire.
Lincoln's Best Blowjob 2010.
Oh my god.
It just leads us to question where else can he stick those balls.
He's on 23. Is that 23?
24 cheesy balls. Mr. Popham is now the title holder. How do you feel?
What? That looks so fucking funny.
Fucking 25!
You can get another one in, I'm sure. No. I would stop then.
It is apparent that Mr. Popham is used to having so many balls in his
You
mouth.
go, oh my god.
What's that you're on?
I don't know.
26?
No, you go.
That was
first.
25, you liar. 26. Apparently there's 27. We will have to examine the video evidence of this just to make sure.
Okay, you won.
28!
There are 28 balls in Christopher Popham's mouth.
Now you've got to chew them all.
Oh my god.
The commentator would like to remind Mr. Popham that if he throws up on her carpet, she will castrate him.
Oh no, don't do that.
2 less balls there, mate. You'll lose for that.
A victory drink, straight amaretto. How does marzipan and cheesy balls feel, Mr. Popham? Bathroom's upstairs.
I'm not going to see it, do I? Look at me snot.
It's all on camera.
I've got one
Mr. Popham, how do you feel?
Both. They're very nice and tasty.
Crisp, mate.
I'll have a cheesy ball, yeah.